From customizing your quick settings panel to new gallery features, hidden tricks, and a few surprise upgrades, grab your Samsung smartphones because I got all the top new features of One UI 8.5, starting with this. So we gotta start with the quick settings panel because, boom, you can totally customize the heck out of it now. So if you swipe down and tap on the pencil icon, you'll instantly notice there's these new handles on every control. And those handles let you grab, drag, and resize those controls. Wonder where Samsung got that idea from. So essentially, you've got two default sizes to choose from. The normal icon shape and then this pill shape. But the volume and brightness controllers can actually be reshaped to vertical. Very nice. The media control can go from small to large. Love that. And on top of all that, you can drag controls to anywhere you want, which is really cool for adjusting the volume and brightness bars right by your thumb. You can also drag controls into this grid, or if you want to drag them outside the grid so they're totally on their own, it's up to you. And if you hit this add a control button, you can do this with a ton of different controls. Like, there's a lot. Oh, and each icon has a slightly new animation too, which is a really nice touch. And so after all that, if you wanted to, you could have a pill-shaped quick panel, only icons like this, or completely customized like this. Also, pro tip, inside panel settings, right at the bottom, you can select this option to reset the entire quick settings panel back to normal. Sweet. So that's everything new with the quick settings panel. As for the lock screen, it also got some sick updates. Alright, so first we gotta quickly jump into settings, but straight away you'll notice those little descriptions are now gone and everything just looks so much cleaner, which I like a lot. Okay, but the real fun is inside Wallpaper and Styles under lock screen, where you have a few new features. So first up is the clock, and if you swipe to the left, you'll notice these three new fonts, and each of them have a slick animation. But what's also really cool is you can now adjust the thickness of almost every clock font using the slider. I am always happy to see more customization options. Okay, then next is wallpapers. So now when you set one up, with like a picture of your pet for example, the clock and widgets now automatically resize and position themselves depending on what's in the wallpaper, which is so much better. And then there's also this brand new weather toggle down here. If you turn that on, your wallpaper will literally show you the weather around you using cool animations. This has been around for a while, but it's been pretty hidden up until now. And speaking of hidden stuff, here are some new hidden features. So if you guys want to change your home screen folder colors, you now need to tap and hold, then open this new settings option. And in here is where you can change the colors like before to basically any color you want. But now there's this new transparency slider too. Meaning you can now make your folders completely see-through. And if you combine this with that enlarged folder option, it basically looks like you've got a ton of mini apps on your home screen, which is really cool. Another hidden feature you gotta check out, and I know you guys will love this, is when you tap on the screen recording icon, you now get the choice to do a partial screen recording. It actually tries to auto-select what it thinks you'll want to record, but you can also resize the window if you want. Then just hit record, let your phone do its thing, and when it's all done, if you open up your gallery, bam, there is your perfectly cropped screen recording. Then one more quick hidden trick before we move on to advanced features. If you copy a calculation from, say, an article or a message like this, for example, once you've gone ahead and copied that message, then opened up the calculator app, you'll notice this new pop-up that you can tap to instantly get an answer on that calculation. Nice. Okay, now editing photos just got way easier with One UI 8.5. So if you tap on this icon, you've now got 4 updated tools in here. You got Erase, Move, Create, and Style. With Erase, you just tap on something you want gone, or you can even draw a circle around it and it kind of snaps to the object. Then hit the Erase button and boom, it's gone. Cool. Move works pretty much in the same way, but instead of deleting, you can just drag your selection anywhere you want, and you can also resize it. Then when you hit generate, just give it a few seconds and it'll fill in the blanks automatically. And it does a really good job. Then create is wild. You can just sketch whatever it is you want to add to your image. And trust me, it does not need to be good. Then your phone will actually predict what it is you want and put it in your pic. Crazy. And before I show you what Style does, if you press this Keep Editing button, you'll also be able to see your full edit history. So you can just tap this icon and see every single change you've done to your pic, which is actually really useful. Okay, then as for style, this is actually made for selfies. So you just pick from one of these different styles at the bottom, like a 3D cartoon, for example, hit generate, and boom, now you know what you'd look like as a cartoon. And you can even do this with pictures of your pet, which is honestly really fun. I mean, look at that guy. Oh, and another thing, inside your gallery, under gallery settings, then photo assist, if you scroll down to AI erase and move, make sure you've got process data only on device turned on, because now this way everything will stay on your device and nothing ever leaves your phone, so it's totally private. And while we're in the gallery, there are some awesome new features in here too.
Bad girls make them say wow.
So straight out the box, the gallery kinda has a new look. Compared to before, everything is now a bit more rounded, which again, just kind of feels familiar, if you know what I'm saying. But besides how it looks, in the menu, you now have 2 new features, shot types and private album. Shot types is really cool because this groups your entire gallery by format. So like all your photos, portrait shots, videos, selfies are organized in one place, which is nice and clean. And then there's a new private album, which is exactly what it sounds like, a locked album of photos you want to keep private. All you do is tap and hold to select your most valuable pics or videos, then click these 3 dots and right at the bottom you can move them to your private album and they will vanish. And the only way to see them again is to open up your private album and unlock it using your fingerprint. Sweet. So that's cool, but not nearly as cool as what I'm going to show you next. Okay, now if you're in your settings and you open up accessibility, then dive into vision enhancements, you'll see this cool new setting called dim strobing. But before I turn it on, here's what a video looks like when it's off. And if I go into the setting and turn it on, then go back and play the video again, check it out, the screen has automatically dimmed and doesn't wreck your eyes. And as you can see, it actually makes a pretty big difference. Definitely an underrated feature. Okay, but another one you gotta turn on is inside security and privacy, then under lost device protection, then theft protection, it's called failed authentication lock. Make sure this is turned on because now, if you accidentally leave your phone unlocked somewhere and someone tries to access one of your locked apps, like a banking app or even WhatsApp for example, after a few wrong tries, your phone will straight up lock itself. A really cool and nifty safety feature. Oh, and there's also an updated gesture with 8.5. When you swipe back, you'll now see a preview of the window you're about to go into. This is how it looks compared to the old One UI 8, and honestly, I kind of prefer this new back preview. Let me know what you think in the comments. But now is the perfect time to show you what's new in the clock app. See what I did there? Huh? So the useful clock app now has some big new improvements. Starting off with your alarms, if you open one up, swipe all the way to the bottom to select your alarm background, then click the background option and boom, right over here you have this new weather background. So if you set that up, when your alarm goes off, you will see exactly what the weather is like outside. And as you can see, I had a nice sunny day. Okay, then over in the world clock tab, there's a new little feature. First, you gotta make sure you've added a city or 2, which is also really nice and easy to do. I just searched for Tokyo, tapped add, and that's literally it. But here's the new feature. If you tap this little icon, it shows you a little view of your local time compared to the other cities you've got in your world clock. And you can then use the scroll wheel to see the difference in time of each city and even see if it's day or night there. Like, this is super useful. But that's not all, because the stopwatch also got an upgrade. So now it's got the sleek new kind of analog look, which is really nice. But if you wanted to go back to the old digital one, you can just swipe to the left and there it is. Or you can swipe back for the analog one. So far, that's a lot of new features, but here are some slick little upgrades you gotta know. Okay, so when you open up your settings and head into notifications, under status bar, you'll see you now have the option to show your battery background. In One UI 8, we could show or hide the battery percentage itself, but now we're stuck with only hiding the background. Weird, but what do you guys think? Another quick mention is inside the calculator app. Everything might look exactly the same until you actually start tapping on the keys. That's when you notice this cool new keystroke highlight that's green for the numbers and most the symbols, and red just for these two. Also, there's a new little addition with a torch. So when you turn it on, if you lock your phone with One UI 8.5, you now see the torch control in the now bar at the bottom of your lock screen. You can then tap it and directly turn it off right from here, which again is really nifty. Another cool thing I noticed is inside settings, the old search bar was right up here, but now it's conveniently placed right over here at the bottom, which I much prefer. And by the way, the S26 Ultra is about to come out, so make sure you subscribe for some more Samsung content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Toodles!